Well, good evening, listeners. The time's just past 9:30, which means it's time for dun 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 Ailment Hour with Mim. Dun 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 dun.
Hello, listeners. It is indeed Ailment Hour.
Ailment Hour, if you're not familiar with it, is the concept by which, as soon as it's bedtime, every ailment that could afflict a child suddenly presents itself. In this hour, we've got a Mozzie bite with Matthew Pullman, and later on after 10, we might be discussing a histamine episode with Rebecca. But first of all, let's turn to Judah and his Mozzie bite and his sore back. Tell me, Dr Mim, what's happening tonight on Ailment Hour?
Well, tonight we have a bit of a sore back here with Jude because he has been sitting in the car for a number of hours in a quite uncomfortable seat. So we're just giving him a bit of a back massage so he can go off to sleep very soundly. We've just applied some arnica and massaged it in. And
arnica, you say? Tell me about arnica. What's that all about?
Oh, it's the best thing out. It's for muscle pain and bruising, and anything like that. I highly recommend it because it seems to cure a lot of things.
Available from all good pharmacies. Quote ailmenthour.com and receive a 20% discount if you order in the next 30 minutes. Right, so that's dealt with the back. Now, I understand there's also an issue with Mozzie bites. Now, how come that we've got an issue with Mozzie bites at Ailment Hour and not perhaps a little bit earlier when the ailments occurred?
Well, here's the stuff we use for to stop the itch. But I think
because I think Ailment Hour, of course, it's an interesting concept, isn't it? The fact that as soon as it's bedtime, suddenly all these ailments just present themselves when they could have presented themselves at any time in the hour or so before bedtime. So
yes.
Why is it that Ailment Hour occurs, do you think, Dr Mim?
Well, I actually think Ailment Hour actually occurs because of the excitement that, of getting into bed and all of a sudden the body temperature rises and then all of a sudden out pops a Mozzie bite here and a ache there and an itch there and,
I see.
The request, all sorts. Sometimes it can be like, I just need a drink of water. Oh, actually, I need to go to the toilet again.
So you don't think it's anything at all to do with, perhaps it's the cynic in me here, but the idea of actually, I don't want to go to bed and could I sort of put off bedtime a little bit longer by quoting an ailment and sort of saying, well, hey, it's Ailment Hour, so can we deal with this? And it might mean I get to bed a little bit later. You don't think it's to do with that at all, Dr. Mim?
Well, there's always that possibility, but we have to take out all the, what's that word? Eliminate all the other possibilities as well along the line, just to make sure.
So Ailment Hour is really about giving the child the benefit of the doubt and assuming they're telling the truth, and not that they're trying to sort of manipulate the situation for their own ends.
Well, there's always a chance, isn't there?
Right. Well, look, I'm sure this promises to be a really exciting episode. So, introduction to Ailment Hour. I hope you know all about it now. And perhaps later on tonight, 9:30, make sure that you tune in on the Roaming 5 FM. And we'll have another exciting episode of Ailment Hour with Dr. Mim and our 3 top patients, Rebecca, Matthew, and Judah.
Yay!
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Be right back after the break.